I'm Miles Carter, and I'm here to speak out loud what you've been carrying in silence. I'm not one of those who quit drinking. I'm one of those who never started. I learned way too early. Alcohol isn't a way to relax, it's a way to run. But it doesn't lead anywhere but down. My father drank. A lot. Loudly. Desperately. The house always smelled of booze, cigarettes, and fear. First, he yelled. Then he broke things. Mom, the walls, himself. And then one day he just didn't come back. Mom stayed, quiet, tired, but strong. She carried us alone until she got sick. Cancer. I was in 10th grade when the doctors told us there wasn't much time. She kept smiling at me even when it hurt. And then she was gone. After the funeral, I sat on the floor in her room. Empty closet, empty bed, empty chest. That's when I made myself a promise. Never, not a drop, not a cigarette. Not because I'm better, but because I've seen what this stuff does. How love becomes fear, how family turns to silence. I chose to be different, not a saint, just alive. Back in school, I wasn't like the others. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't curse just to sound cool. And that was enough to push me out of the circle. While my classmates were bragging about getting wasted over the weekend, I was just sitting there, quiet. While they passed vapes around like candy, I stared out the window thinking, I wasn't the life of the party. Never tried to be. Sometimes it felt like I ended up in the wrong school, like everyone else had a manual for life. And I was holding a blank page. They called me a nerd, a mama's boy, asked if I was sick or something, or why I didn't have normal hobbies. But I just didn't want to lose myself, didn't care what they thought. All I had to do was close my eyes and remember my mom's face. That look in her eyes, like she was telling me, you're on your own now, but you're strong. Don't fold. So I didn't. While they hid behind the crowd, I stood alone. The odd one out, sure, but I had a spine and a head full of more than just smoke. College, dorm life, that's when the real circus started. If high school made me feel like an outsider, college made me feel like I landed from another planet. You don't drink. What are you, in a cult? You got liver problems or something? Or are you one of those fitness freaks? Working out at 3 a.m.? I didn't even respond. First, yeah, it hurt. When everyone's in the kitchen, loud and laughing, bottles clinking, and you walk in with a kettle. The room goes quiet, and all you feel are those looks, like you walked into the wrong movie. Have you ever felt like that? Like you're the only one not invited to the inside joke? If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But with time, I realized I wasn't meant to follow their path. Sure, I missed a few wild nights, a few messy stories, but I didn't lose myself. And honestly, that's a win in my book. I chose to play the athlete card. Not a pro or anything, but I got up early, ran, did pull-ups just for myself. It was an easier way to explain why I didn't drink. Like routine training, and people would back off a bit. But honestly, it wasn't about fitness. It was about principles. I knew too well how that story ends. I saw people drown in alcohol. Saw my parents destroy themselves and each other. I didn't want to end up there. Some people laughed at me. Others said, "You're just scared to let loose." But maybe they're just scared to be sober? Living in a world where everyone runs from reality, it's tough. You end up standing alone in truth. And truth ain't always pretty. If you've ever felt like everything's just noise, and you're craving silence, you're not alone. Having principles isn't weakness. It's the spine that keeps you from folding. So yeah, hold that line. You're doing just fine. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just blended in. Like, joined the smoke breaks, took a shot when it was handed to me. Just be one of them. Be easy. But you know what? When you've been through something truly dark, you don't want to play games anymore. You don't want to pretend. You just want to be real. I chose my path. Lonely, weird, a bit painful, but mine. And it gave me something I'd never trade. Peace. I can look in the mirror and not flinch. I know who I am, and I'm not ashamed. If you've ever felt like you don't fit, just know you're not alone. The world loves the loud ones, but it respects those who stay calm and hold the line. So if you're ever tired, just remember, sometimes the black sheep is just the only one who refuses to follow the flock off a cliff. Thanks for listening. I needed to say it. Maybe you needed to hear it.